I've been on it now for about a year and a half, and I think a lot of people, it's now becoming very real that HAPS will be ending on the 5th of next month. So it's just around the corner. Tomorrow, though, in a few hours, it will be my birthday, and I will have reached 59 years old. So found myself today reflecting and feeling very grateful for just the growth that I've received and the support and love and admiration that has come my way in the last 2 years. Thank you so much. And we have all gathered together, during the pandemic or the plandemic, depending on what you think or feel. I don't even know if anyone's going to see the updates on this or if they'll see it later on the replay. Some people may connect. I'm hoping certain individuals, I'll be able to talk to them tonight. We've been doing some lively, crazy, somewhat entertaining, informative Twitter spaces. We're seeing people there every day, and we're reconnecting with people who were once on the HAPS platform, and honestly, some new faces, which is really cool. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to tidy up a bit, and I'm going to get myself a proper coffee, and maybe we'll be able to connect. I hope to be on maybe till like 10. We'll see. I don't know. This could be a short one, but I just wanted to see how everybody's doing. I've also noticed that people are leaving comments in the replay. Thank you for the awards. I really appreciate it. I noticed people are even giving awards after the broadcast. How sweet are you? I really honor that space that people are being so kind, and make sure that if you do have some awards left, use them up. Use them now in the next few days. So technically, how many days do we have left? We have, let's see, well, 6. Did not want them to leave. You're so funny. I saw the writing on the wall, Dabby, and I wanted people to be in sure footing of where they were going next, because I've been down this road before. This is not my first time seeing stuff like this. Even within business, there's tattletale signs. Um, I think different. I didn't want people to leave. I wanted people to have another leg to their table. And I'm a big believer that in life, don't put everything in one category, right? Like if you put all your eggs in one basket, you're done. We have Kevin. Woohoo! How are you, sir? Good to see you. Good to be seen here. So I hope you'll come up in a few minutes. But Debbie, no, that was never my intention. Um, I am grateful for the time I've had on here. I'm grateful for all the relationships. I know that I've not been everybody's cup of tea, including yours at times, Debbie. But you know what? We've all worked through it. And even, myself and the pulsating rose, we're getting along better than we did. JB and I are getting along famously now. So relationships in families are strained at times. To me, I just wanted the transition to be easier. That's all. Hey, how you doing, Roller? I wanted things to be easier for people as they transition because I knew it was coming. And it's going to be a very interesting time for many of the people who are going to transition to going to different places. And Debbie, I would love to see you on Twitter Spaces with us. We did 2 shows today. Kevin was there as well. I wanted to make sure I made time today to talk to a few individuals. And I'm grateful on however you found out I was on. It was probably through YouTube, right? And Kevin, did you get an update of some sort saying I was on, or were you just perusing and went, there's Crazy Michael? You're funny. You're funny. Suspicions and knowing are two different things, right? That's funny. Twitter email. Oh, thank you. I can't. It's not iPad. iPad friendly. What's not iPad friendly? Oh, you mean Twitter? Twitter Spaces? Really? No, I don't know what's going to be. I honestly think a lot of people will end up going to Twitch. Uh, some people say they're all going to Heckle. There may be a new platform in the next 2 to 3 months. That sometimes happens. Hi, Stevie Wonder. How are you? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad we're here together. I don't know. I'm open to suggestion. I'm open to trying different things. Um, I do a lot of business on Twitter. I feel comfortable on Twitter. I'm not, to be honest with you, not a massive fan of Twitter Spaces. It's okay. It's all right. It's better than nothing. It didn't work on my iPad. Okay. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. What kind of phone do you have, Debbie? Because it works really well on the phone. Do you have like an iPhone? Try it on the phone. Like the other day, I got so bloody frustrated with it, I ended up using my phone, and the phone was fantastic. I couldn't believe how good it was, actually. In some ways, it was better than my emulator. I use this thing called Prime OS, which is an Android operating system that tricks your computer into thinking it's an Android phone, and then you can do all the functionality that you do on your phone on your computer. I wish Twitter would just make it uh, computer friendly. I know that they're trying to make it where it's all phone. I don't have a phone. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why is that, Debbie? Don't need one? You can buy phones fairly cheap, and even if you used it for Twitter Spaces and other things, like especially in the States, you can get a half decent phone for under $200. You can get a very functioning phone for 100. That I am actually quite jealous of how many great phones you can get. I remember Randy had a phone. I can't remember what it was, a Poco something. It was $160 American. It was freaking mind blowing. It had a great camera. It had an unbelievable sound, and even the earbuds were good. I never needed it. I'm always home. Well, Debbie, maybe it's time to get a phone. You know, I don't know. I get what you're saying. Are you going to be on Twitch, Deb? Is that going to be your platform? Stevie Wonder, thank you for supporting us on Twitter Spaces. What are you using to get into Twitter Spaces? Are you just watching, Stevie? Like I know you can use your computer and watch, but you can't come up. You can't really talk, which is stupid. So dumb. Don't get a Motorola Razr because you won't have internet. Okay. On my phone. What kind of phone do you have, Stevie, if you don't mind? Is it just an Android base? I can't live without a phone. Most people can't. I probably could if it wasn't for business. I'm not a big, like, oh my God, my girls, they love the phone. It's like an extension of their being, right? I can't even tell you where mine is, where that would be kind of panicky for my kids. They'd be like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? You know? You've got an iPhone 10 and a 13. The voices in my head. We always get, we can always wish, Michael, but we can't get everything we want. You can't always get what you want. That sounds catchy. You can't always get what you want, but you find sometimes you get what you need. Oh, yeah. My daughter's coming in July. Maybe I'll have her help me get one. Yes, it might be time, Debbie. It might be time. That, you know what? I love it. I gotta be honest. I love doing tweets on my phone, probably more than anything. I think I'm a toilet tweeter. Like, what's his name? Donald Trump. Regarding your Twitter request. Ew. Well, The Voice, do you want to come up for a second? Here. We'll talk. I'm going to talk it for as long as I can. I might play some music later. Let's see what we got here. Tomorrow's my birthday in a few hours. I'm very excited. I'll have made it to for a second. Are you doing another broadcast? Are you? Deleted. Okay. Let's see. No. Okay. All right. You're invited. And let's invite Kevin. See what he's doing. I'm surprised he's not out and about. Kevin V. All right. Kevin V. There we go. All right. We invited both of you. We'll see what happens. Yeah, honestly, if you can have a phone, even if it's not hooked up, the functionality of a phone. I even have another phone that I use for like a remote. I use it for an alarm. I sometimes tweet on it. I don't know. I wonder what the percentage is now of people who actually have a phone worldwide. I wouldn't doubt that it's 80%. It could be higher. Do you know that, JB? Just give it a second.
We can't always get what we
What
want.
we want.
Can you hear me, Michael?
I can kind of hear you. Yeah, it's.
I don't know. Every time when I'm using the headphones, you have problem to hear me. I don't know why. And if I take it off, I'm echoing. You are saying.
Well,
So you
it's
decide.
just you and I, so it may not be that bad. I don't know.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
look
try
at that!
without
The
it.
chandelier love.
Okay.
Chandelier. Chandelier. Yeah, I hear myself. Okay, just give it a second. It might be okay.
Testing.
We're good.
Always get what we want.
Yeah, it's you know what? It's not that much louder. Is everybody hearing? Hello, Smoke TV.
Okay,
say hello to the bad guy. You're back.
Bad guy. But now,
Yes.
Michael, I'm closer.
Yes.
Does it feel like I'm whispering in your ear, Michael?
You're very close now. Almost
We can do some ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Michael.
How are you? Well, I can see we got Smoke TV back. So, and he must be very aware of all the changes. I wonder where he's headed. Smoke TV, where are you headed? I've sent you an invite if you want to quickly come up and tell us where you're headed. We'll see how that goes. I have not talked to Smoke in, I don't know. What has it been? 6 weeks? Maybe? Have you talked to him, JB?
No. So, Michael, you are transforming yourself from a Hapster to a Twitchster.
I have no idea. I honestly,
No.
I don't know where it's headed. I might end up on Heckle. I have never tried it. I might like
you know,
it.
Michael, you can't invite anyone to the beam in Heckle. It's only
just yourself.
Yes, just yourself. So
in
that's
comments. Yeah, well,
right.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good
and
at
Michael,
that too.
They don't have any web interface either.
Right, so you're on your own. It's just like you talking with friends.
So you are on your app only.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's kind of like Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
Twitter Spaces, there's no visual. You have a bunch of people who get emotional about certain things. Also available on Twitch. Thanks, everyone. He's also available on YouTube. All right. Well, if you change your mind, sir, are welcome to come up. I hope that wherever we go, we can all try to mend some fences. So, for those who like microphones, see this one here. I'm not. I'm not using this one right now.
Michael, are you paid for this?
Yeah, absolutely,
how much?
absolutely.
How much you get? You get a kickback for every
No,
item
no, no.
sold.
I tend to get product in the future, and
Ah,
I love the idea of people having affordable things. Um,
absolutely, Michael. And
this, this
Michael, may we ask who you are working for, Michael?
I'm working for the FBI, like Kevin.
And the Rockefeller.
Yes, I'm working for the FBI. Today was a little disturbing, I have to admit, on Twitter Spaces. That was a strange day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yesterday also.
it could have been lighter. My dear friend Kevin came in and threw a grenade in the room.
Yeah.
He's never boring, and I mean never. Yeah.
Sometimes it can be good to have the cards on the table.
Yes. Yes. Here's another wonderful product that you can buy very cheaply. Okay. This one is actually, I've had these for 2 years. I just ordered another pair the other day. They're great for walks. You see this brand here, and it says Empow. Okay, so these here, I got a pair of these today. I actually got a new pair today, and they work great. They have great Bluetooth 5.0. They charge for over 40 hours, and I paid, I think, $18.99, and there was a $5 coupon on Amazon off. How can you beat that? And they're made half decent. The other great thing is too is if let's say down the road that the the Bluetooth dies, it actually has, see that, a little jack, so you can just add a jack in there and away you work. Now this one here, I had it for 2 years. I beat the snot out of it. Only thing that ever happened is, you see here, there's a slight crack, and that was because of me, not
It's
because
like
of the
a nut
headphones.
crack. Michael,
Yes.
how many viewers do you need to have for being allowed to display Sony MX4 Bluetooth headset?
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm doing really cheap stuff. So if you do the like Japanese brands, and they know that you're doing it, they will send you samples of all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the stuff isn't great, but I've gotten some really cool gear in the past. If you guys ever want a really good like USB stick, this brand, honestly, if you look at it there, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see here. That right there. Maybe you might be able to make it out. I don't know. See if we can get it closer here. Yeah, it's not. That's my camera more than anything. It's trying to focus on my face. But I'll leave the link in the future.
You know, Michael, they
This is
focus on the
so
handstand
fast. It's like,
thing.
so when I do my OS Prime, okay, I run the operating system through this stick. It's so lightning fast, unbelievable. And it works fairly well. And I can get those a 64. I think I got it with a coupon. It was $10, and
Michael,
powerful enough to run actually an operating system from it.
Michael, could you reveal some business intelligence here? I wonder, how do you approach your sponsors?
You just
Because
write to them. Yeah, I've been doing
yeah,
it for so.
that's what I meant. So
Yeah.
you approach them.
Yeah. Oh God, you got to approach them. Unless you have like, I have 7 million followers on Twitter, on
And you
YouTube.
also mentioned the company that you were working for. Has that to do anything with these products or
No, God, no, no, no.
the
It's a
product?
it's a research company,
Okay.
and for them, I drive an elevator, and people think I'm always joking, in a Masonic temple that's 6 floors, and the elevator is a crank. They call it, honestly, a deadlift, and it is, or is, yeah, deadlift, yeah, and it's I think it's 101 years old now, maybe 102. The elevator.
So,
Now I
Michael,
have not been driving it for 6 months. No, five
so so
months.
so you are like an elevator janitor.
I'm a doorman, and I do like tours for the clients of the building,
Okay.
and I'm kind of the greeter. Like you have one at, oh, you don't have a Walmart. It's kind of like the greeter at Walmart. You come in, and I talk to a lot of the staff. And for a while there, when we first were not together, I was actually talking to people all day long, taking calls and just seeing how people were doing when they were adjusting to the transition of not working from the office. But I'm telling you, a lot of people like working from home now all over the
Michael,
world.
can you make a living on that elevator business?
It pays really well.
It does.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's a one of a kind job. I got really lucky how I landed into it. Someone knew me, and the company is owned by one gentleman. His name is Joe McLean. He's a great guy. And the company last year, I believe, just did shy of 150 million.
So how many hours per week do you work there, if I
Well, when I
may?
was working, I'm not right now, but when I was working, I would go in at 8 and I'd come home at 5:30. So it was a
Wow.
full day. And in the building, there would be, on a normal day, um, 250 people.
Okay.
And not everybody could get to the fifth and sixth floor. It's quite a ways. And a lot of people just did it to socialize. It was fun.
So
And
so now you're on like a COVID vacation or vacancy.
yeah, but they've been talking about us all going back, but only part time. So instead of it being maybe 5 days, it'll be three. So what they'll do is maybe rotate it, where certain individuals will come in certain days. But the company has grown so much, they actually don't have enough seats for everybody. So they'd
Michael,
have to rotate it.
I feel that the audience are getting a little bit anxious now, Michael. I think we need to calm them down. And is it when you
Why
start
do I have to
working,
calm them down? I just hit
Michael,
my
Michael, when you start working, is it that we will hear less of you then?
No, you
Or
might hear more of me.
or will you take us with you in the elevator?
I hope that I'll be able to do some Twitter Spaces.
In the
From
elevator.
Yeah, and the reason the Twitter Spaces will work perfectly, nobody will be seen, so nobody's identity will be given up. But we'll probably have people talking in the elevator, which is
Okay,
cool. Yeah,
that's good. And
yeah.
no
But I
private
think
part can
but I
be
think if we
displayed
used
either.
like the camera, that they wouldn't do that.
Okay.
No way. But if it's yeah, they all belong to the JB group. Better heard than seen. Have you ever heard of that stance? It's a whole worldwide group.
Michael, are you joking here a little bit?
uh,
That's
it,
fine.
it, it was formerly the Pulsating Rose movement, but JB, I think, spearheaded it. How did you feel about today's broadcast? Were you okay with that?
I came in a little bit late, but I checked the replay, the
Yeah,
part that I
I
missed.
I I, I don't like.
I felt yeah, I understand because I feel that you
I felt
are
I felt for
you're
all parties.
yes, that because you
Yeah,
are a
there was
little
no
bit
winner
stuck,
in that. Do you
because
agree?
you are a little bit stuck in the middle, Michael. But
Hmm.
at the same time, I think it was a little bit of a relief also
I like
that
this. I don't know
things
what this means.
had
Never been a
to
fan of
come out.
mayo. It has been mixed in and hidden. Ah,
No, I
what
don't
are
do
they
that.
talking about? Where's the
I only
shit?
do mayo on a shrimp sandwich.
Oh, Elliot! Oh my God, Elliot, you got to come up. I
What's
have
up,
not seen
Elliot?
you in so long.
Last
I,
time I saw Elliot, he had a helmet on top of his head, and I
well,
understand we have to, uh, yeah.
yeah.
What's the word, Michael? help me. We have to secure the vulnerable part, that brain power.
Well, I think his greatest asset is probably his looks. Um, he is definitely a sexy devil. I can see him wooing many a woman. There you go. Here, let's put the clock there. But I'm grateful for all the relationships that we have had here on Haps.
I hear a
And
voice in the background, Michael.
we got Kevin, the king of
I-
mail, and when we got Elliot, yay! All right,
Michael,
look at
I
this.
hear Ash in the background.
You hear Ash?
Yes,
How?
I
What's
heard
up?
her.
Hey,
Hey, so real quick, by you saying that I'm as handsome as whatever you say I am, does that mean I have no brains? Is that what you're saying? That's my best asset. Is that
I think the way it works is if you look at Brad Pitt, right? Brad Pitt
right?
will always be known as this stellar stud, but
Okay.
still a very bright man.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
don't think people ever get past that. And one of the saddest things that's going on right now is there's a gentleman, he's in court. You know, he used to be
Oh, Johnny
pirate.
Depp. You talking about Johnny Depp?
He used to be a pirate. He said he's never seen any of his own movies.
Really?
He's starting to look like a cheeseball crackhead, unfortunately.
I think Elliot, he reminds me about George Clooney.
Yes, which you know, most people don't go, George Clooney's a brilliant man. They go, what a sex bomb.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All
That's
right,
enough.
but you know what,
That's
George
enough.
Clooney, we'll get him on and see how if George Clooney's okay with his
Although
looks.
JB,
I'll tell you, people would rather have looks than good books, and you've got lots of good looks.
I think I'd rather be considered somewhat intelligent rather than just good looking.
Well,
You know what I mean?
you know, here's the thing: you could look like Elon, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to get you far. I think it might take you to the bank, and you may get a few girls that are opportunists. But I think with your looks alone, you could probably live in a cardboard box on the corner, and someone would go, "I think I could fix that." Where
What about
Elon?
what
where
about
Elon,
personality? What about
they
intelligence?
would just keep driving. If they saw Elon, they would just keep driving.
You have everything, Elliot, and I can see that you have trimmed your beard.
I
today
did.
also.
I did.
And you've got
I did
great
trim it.
cupboards, which women love.
Yeah.
That
I did,
alone
I did.
is, that's, and even the handles are good. We're not even talking about the love handles.
Oh, I got some of those for sure.
Oh, baby, I got it.
Yeah, I got some of those.
Elliot,
So
So where are
you
you
have-
going
you
after
have-
this? Enough of this horse shit. This is all we ever
just a
did.
quick question, Elliot. Were you as popular among the women when you were shaved?
No.
That's a question that I don't even
I don't know.
know how to answer that. I'm not sure I've ever been
Yeah.
popular with the women, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I
I
don't.
know that, Elliot.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's good. Stay humble. They like that.
because
That's
the
well done.
women, they get jelly legs when they see you.
Jelly legs. Ooh.
Not true. Not
I
true.
don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
what
what's
that is.
so what's going on, Michael? How are you?
Where
man?
are
I mean,
you going after this? What's going on? Because you said to me you'd never go on Twitter Spaces. You hurt my feelings. And then, and some say I have no feelings, but that's okay. Where are you going? Nothing more.
Nothing more than
feelings.
feelings.
Trying to express my
He's
feelings
a
of
good
love.
singer also, Elliot.
So here.
I think Elliot has the most of everything except some political views that needs to be fixed. Otherwise, it's perfect.
According to
But,
JB.
but for the right person, it's a perfect match.
I thought he was going to say pervert, but then he said person.
I wouldn't
It's
say
just the
that.
way he said it.
Well,
He
we're all a
really
little
pronunciated
perverted
the
sometimes.
P.
So yeah, I mean, I think this is what I've noticed. This is what I'm trying to get kind of wrap my head around, right? So
sure, wrap it.
I first started on Periscope and
Yes.
really
And
had
I
some
went-
fun on there, right?
Oh,
I had
did you?
some-
Okay.
Oh yeah, I had a ton of fun on Periscope.
Okay.
And from a personal advancement point of view,
Yeah.
it really helped me to not care about what other people think about me, because you have to have a thick skin, because people are coming on trolling all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it really helped with, you got to know what your truth is. It doesn't matter what anyone else says, right? So I really enjoyed Periscope. And actually at the end of Periscope is when I started doing the OBS stuff. I started doing music and stuff like that, which I really enjoyed. And then it ended, right? And then Haps came along. I was like, I'm not going to do anything else. And then I got on Haps, and I'm really happy I did. I met all you guys, man. I've had a great time on Haps, met some awesome people, had some great conversations. You've dealt with me when I've had probably too much to drink. You've heard my life story, been on road trips with me, you know, all that. Great time. And now it's ending, right? So I'm thinking to myself, the 2 times that I've done the broadcasting stuff, it's ended, you know. But my real question is this: they're like, where are you going next? What app are you going to next? My question is this: what makes these streaming apps, some of them live and some of them die? You know what I mean? Because I hear about some of these that have lasted for a long time, and all I've been on is Periscope that died, and now Haps that died. What's the common denominator there? It can't be money, can it? I don't know.
Everything's money.
It is. So you're saying like what is it?
If this was thriving,
right?
If this was thriving, they would not have tried to go another avenue. I guarantee it.
So those are the ones that have lasted. I guess they just have a bunch of capital. They have a bunch of people backing them, and investor wise and technology and all that kind of stuff.
Well, the first formula of this, or the first 3 formulas of this, I think got sold. Okay. So you know how they had that $4.7 million investment?
I don't know anything
somebody about it, I think took the technology and used it elsewhere after, which is great. And so this was a playground. Don't forget too, for the big companies, like Meta, which is Facebook, and Twitter, to drop 4.7 million, it would be like me taking JB out for a coffee and a donut. It's nothing.
Right. Yeah, talking about Twitter, how long will it be sustainable? Because Twitter is losing money all the time.
That's because they censor people.
They had a great opportunity with Elon.
How long can they continue to lose money? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, the other real question is, are they losing money?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, we don't know. I'll tell you, they are so funded by government. So, and I would say very much the left.
Absolutely.
That they are, part of the reason they were terrified about Elon was they don't want people to be open.
Well, they have an agenda.
They don't want people to be safe, to express their opinions, within reason. And Elon, if he took it over, it would be a better platform within a year. The other thing is too, now he's talking about running his own social media platform. We may end up there.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, and it's all in the name of free speech, is what it is.
That's right.
And it's like, sometimes we hear the things that we like, and sometimes we hear the things that we don't like. But that's all in the name of free speech. When you have free speech, you're going to hear things that you like. You're going to hear things that you don't like. But the bottom line is, then you can say whatever you want, right? Which I think is important.
Go ahead.
For example, Twitter's annual result 2021, that was a net loss that amounted to $221 million.
Yeah, but is that real, JB? We don't know.
Of course,
there's so many companies that state they have a loss, but all they do is they do major trickery with the books. You don't know,
but
you'll never know. And the truth is, they could have made millions.
It's a listed company. Their annual result, the balance sheet, profit and loss are public. You can just look into it.
Do you know how many of those companies get their pockets lined up to their eyeballs from government funding? Did you know that the government spends trillions of dollars on black ops projects that we never find out about until 20 years later and go, oops, I think we should have told you, but I guess now you know. Nothing is as it seems. And I know you don't like, You like to believe that everything is honest and above board. The world isn't run like that. It just isn't.
I think Elon
companies
wants
get
to do
away
that.
with as much as they possibly can, and if they listen, 90% of the world is run by banks.
I'm just wondering, Michael, have you studied accounting?
JB, have you studied reality?
I have.
Banks are printing money
if you can
now.
read the balance sheet and the profit and loss statement.
Yeah. Do you know how much money they've printed in the last 5 years? Just printed money?
Right.
Yes,
$7 trillion.
talking about something
From
else.
what they know, $7
Talk
trillion.
about Twitter. Okay.
Did you know that there's unaccounted something like $25 trillion over time that they don't know where the money went? JB, wake up, buddy. The world is not the way you think it is.
Are you talking about Twitter?
Accounting is what you can get away with. And why do you think the richest people in the world pay the least amount of taxes? And why do you think you get guys that have no money, like the Clintons?
You know what you're doing now?
The Clintons had no money, and now they're filthy rich.
Michael, you're moving the goalpost all the time.
Hold on, JB, hold on. JB, Michael's not moving the goalpost. Our government's moving the goalpost. Our government's moving the goalpost. Michael's not.
I will tell you why. Because when we start to talk about one thing, then Michael is shifting, talking about other things.
You're saying, do you know accounting? I'm saying to you, yes, the average person has to do accounting. The little people do accounting. Yes, they're accountable. But the
Michael,
monsters,
it's a public listed company.
No, it doesn't matter, buddy. Wake up. Do you know that look into the banks. Look into the banks into the last 10 years. How many times they were bailed out and nobody knew about it?
Michael, this is what I'm saying. You're moving the goalpost. We
started
to talk about
You're talking
Twitter,
about accounting,
and now you're talking about the
there's
bank,
groups
Michael.
that are not accountable.
Michael,
you're talking about billionaires.
Don't
they are not accountable by your rules.
Oranges.
Wake up, JB.
My goodness.
Hold on. Time out, JB. Hold on. I think what he's trying to do, and correct me if I'm wrong, Michael.
Yeah.
What he's trying to say is he wasn't comparing apples and oranges. What he was saying was the reason why, and this is how this whole conversation started. I said, how come some of these apps survive and some don't?
Yeah.
And what Michael was talking about is that the ones that do survive probably fudge their numbers or get money in different ways that maybe things like Haps or Periscope don't get, because they actually they don't have access, and they actually balance their books like what you're talking about, JB, which is legally right, and they do it, and they don't make enough money in order to do it. But the ones that do fudge and the ones that don't have an agenda, and they do have an agenda, I should say, those are the ones that survive. So that's where he's not changing it. We're talking about kind of all the same thing.
Yeah.
Elliot.
Is that what you're trying to say, Michael? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. But Elliot, when
they live by different rules.
When we talk about a specific company, and then Michael jumps on the trampoline to the banks, that is totally something. That is another discussion.
Do you know who's stopping? You know who's stopping right now? Elon. Listen to me. Do you know who's stopping Elon for purchasing Twitter at a record amount of money?
The board.
No,
it's
banks.
The poison pill.
The banks. Everybody is terrified
that
Michael, all the cockroaches and shit that's underneath
this is very strange
is going to surface.
To the U.S. legislation.
You don't know. You're smoking weed, brother. I'm telling you, wake up. You're going to wake up to a really sad day.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You remind me of the people that were saying nobody's ever going to attack Ukraine. And I said, yes, they are.
You're creating your own conspiracy theory here.
There's no. So you're saying Ukraine was not. No, hear me out. You said Ukraine was not attacked. Is that what you're saying? And you're telling me that the banks don't bail out, don't get bailed out by themselves?
Michael, may I finish the sentence?
Man, you're smarter than that.
I will tell you what is stopping Elon Musk. That is the U.S. legislation that they are able to release the poison pill. And you know what that is? That is when Elon Musk has reached 50% of the share. Then they can stop him from the hostile takeover. So they will flood the market with new shares to a very low price that
Yeah.
Elon can't access because they want to dilute his
Yeah.
corner in the company. And that is crazy, the legislation that they have in the US. And I never heard about that before.
Yeah. But again, if you really look at what's going on, they follow the money. They don't want people to know. They want us to be distracted. They want us to believe that everything is equal playing field and that certain people play by the same rules. The very rich do whatever they want. They're bailed out. If you and I did what the banks did, we would be in jail forever.
Well, and a perfect example of that, by the way, was the crash in 08 that happened here,
Yeah.
especially in California in 08. Huge economy crash, huge real estate crash. And basically Obama said, look, we need to bail out the people. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a bunch of money to these banks to help these people keep their homes and everything else when it was really bad. And what did the banks do? They bailed themselves out. They didn't bail any. They didn't care about the people. They bailed themselves out.
Yeah. Now, if JB and I did that, we would have a new bunkmate named Bubba.
Yeah, and then you guys would.
Yeah, we would be.
We wouldn't be hearing. We wouldn't be hearing.
They would be
farts.
calling us princess.
We wouldn't be hearing. We wouldn't hear. We wouldn't hear when you farted. We wouldn't hear when you farted.
No, ever.
Talking about the banks is another discussion than talking about Twitter.
No, when you start talking about. And you get nasty, and you say things
no, I'm
like,
not getting nasty.
"No, you're getting nasty."
Michael,
and you go, "Do you know what accounting is?"
Michael, you are getting fucking
You don't
nasty
have a
when
fucking
you
clue
tell
what
me,
you're talking about.
Are you smoking weed, Michael?
No,
then
buddy.
You are
listen, are you on crack? Then?
Come on.
If I'm on weed, you're on crack.
Michael, are you nuts?
Yeah, I must be because I'm listening to this.
You must be okay.
I must be. I'm listening to this. Okay. Yeah. We're just playing, guys. We're just playing. We're not mad at each other. We're just playing.
So we start to humiliate each other and say,
no, we're not humiliating each other. Come on. Come on. You just said I'm on weed. Relax.
Michael, I actually thought that we put our friction.
We're fine. We're fine, JB. If I've hurt your feelings at all, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm just playing,
buddy. Michael.
I'm just.
No, you're not playing, Michael. You're not playing.
What am I not playing? Go ahead.
Right,
I'm not mad at you.
No, I just
want to say it's really great to see Smoke TV.
It's just rude when you start to attack a person and just trying to, yeah.
I'm not trying to attack you. I feel sorry for you that you actually think that they play by the rules that we play. That's all I'm saying.
Michael,
and if you're hearing any frustration, it's my frustration with the way the world is going.
You don't understand how basic accounting works in public company.
Gentlemen.
Then you're moving the goalposts.
We agreed to disagree. How about that?
To talk about the banks,
you're losing
which is
your voice,
totally
buddy. I'm
different
sorry.
Discussion. Are we going to talk about apples or are we going to talk about oranges? You better decide, Michael.
It's a fruity conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael. Have a good evening.
All right. Sorry, JB, if I hurt your feelings. I really am. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, JB. Don't leave mad.
Well,
you okay?
Anyways.
Oh, he's muting himself.
Right. He muted himself.
All right.
So
I think there are a lot of people in the world who believe that the playing field is level, and it's not. There are the very privileged that can do whatever the hell they want, and the banks, unfortunately, run the world now. They just keep printing money. Inflation is through the roof. And we're wondering why a loaf of bread now is like $5.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So let's get this full circle back to how the conversation started.
Yeah.
Which is whatever platform we decide to go to, right?
1 second here. High Roller says absolutely true. Is JB absolutely right, or am I right, or is Elliot right? I feel sorry for people who believe that there is still a system that is looking out for them. It is not.
Okay.
Banks run everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you know what stinks about banks running everything also Do you know where
I
they
like
get
this. I bought 2 Taco Supremes and it was almost $6.
Absolutely, Mike. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's funny.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Black Butte
Taco Bell.
Porter.
Oh, okay.
Black Butte Porter out of
Yeah.
Deschutes Brewery in Bend, Oregon. All right.
I love JB, but JB, when he starts doing that stuff, do you know what accounting is? But he's a great guy, but it is not that simple anymore. Inflation is so bad. I feel for our kids. Our kids are going to have such a rough go. They're going to have to pay for all this reckless spending, all this stuff that's been going down with the pandemic. And what do we got now? We got the Ukraine thing going on. Like, then we had we had all the fires and everything else. It just seems like one thing after another. We're going to get to a point where they're not going to give insurance to a lot of people, period.
Well, don't get me on that. What a racket insurance is, by the way, as well. But with banks, you know, how they run everything, they also screw us because do you know where they make their most money, banks?
By loaning money?
Fees.
Yes, you're right.
Fees.
Yeah.
If you look how much they're charging us to keep our money in their bank with stupid fees, they're killing us with little razor blades all the time. $3 here, $1 here. Oh yeah.
It's clever.
Look up how much banks made in fees in the last year, and it is absolutely, it'll make your head spin.
Astronomical. Yeah.
Yep.
But I wish to God that I had the faith that JB does, but I've been watching and paying attention, and I was where JB is 10 years ago, and I started really studying the government, especially in the States, and I realized, oh my God, it is so rigged. Yeah. It's the people in power really don't have the power.
So with that said, if someone like Elon Musk...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I did not mean to be disrespectful. And I think, honestly, my frustration is not with you, JB. It's more with the situation the world's in. That's all. And if I went too hard and too harsh, I apologize. If you want to come back up, I will behave. I promise. I'll behave.
Hey, Michael, did you change where your studio is, or is this just a different angle?
Same. It's just a different angle.
Just different angle. Okay.
Different angle. You're seeing a different part of my setup.
I'm seeing drapes.
Now. Yeah, that's the window. That's the window over there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, Michael. I hadn't seen you in a while, and
I miss you. I miss our conversations. Are you okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah,
Are you tired? Like you've been working too much?
I'm very tired. I had to tell my daughters this. So my daughters are in town right now, which is awesome. But they're mostly visiting with their friends because that's what teenage girls do. Cool. Which is fine. Spent some time with them last night, which was great. I'll probably get a phone call later tonight asking if I'll give them a ride somewhere, and I'm like, taxi's closed. I'm having a beer. I can't do
a
it.
Couple. Are you going to be on later?
I might. I'm watching some playoff basketball. Yeah.
I don't buy that, Michael. You know exactly what you said when you said it, and said it several times. Okay.
Well, hopefully you guys can work out your differences because Hap's is about to die. So
yeah, well, no, we're going to be fine.
Okay,
we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. If I went too far, I went too far, and he could be right. But I honest to God, I think what happened there is I have immense frustration right now with the way things are going. Like, I really feel like Elon could have done some good for Twitter, and it got all kibosh because the people in power, and unfortunately, JB and I don't see the power as the same, don't want that to happen.
Absolutely. They want to be able. Now, I've always agreed with this. Like, I've always said this about Twitter, about Facebook, about Instagram. I've always said this. This is where people kind of get it mixed up sometimes. Yeah. Is that it's a free service. It's free to set up an account, but it is a private company. and they're offering a service that's for free, and they have guidelines and they have certain things that they, and they can do whatever they want. But we're
Yes.
doing it under the guise of thinking that it's free speech. And it's only free speech up to a certain point until they decide that they don't like what you're saying. And I don't think that rubs people the right way. I think they get, sorry to use this, coachy poo, but they get duped, and they think, hey, listen, I can say whatever I want on Facebook, and I can, because that's what America is, free speech, right? But it's
Yeah.
not, because you're using a platform that's owned by a private company. And I think that what Elon did is he said, look, I'm going to make it private if I buy it all, and I'm going to allow it to be free speech and add to the democracy that we're supposed to have.
Within parameters.
What are the parameters?
Well, it can't be hate where you're on there saying I'm gonna go murder somebody or that kind of thing. But what was happening before was anything that didn't fit within the agenda of who was ever lining somebody's pockets, it got stopped.
Sure.
Like I don't think Trump should have ever been banned for life. And
No.
even Elon said I'm more into suspending accounts than terminating accounts.
What's the difference? Oh, there's a certain set time,
And
and you can come back.
he wants debate like JB, where JB is going, everything is legit and the banks are not getting bailed out, and we all abide by the same rules. The truth is, and I had to I had to express, I think, and maybe in a really bad way, my frustration that I have, not with JB, but with the world today, is that we're all so distracted, assuming that everything is aligned in our favor. We are all so expendable. They don't really look at us as people. We're just numbers. And one of the things that they're really trying to push right now, and I don't know if you know this, they really want to have a universal income.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that-
Cryptocurrency is going to be a big part of that, for sure. And I'll go even as far as, like I said, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but that's when you get into the New World Order, right? That's when you get
Right.
into,
Which is the new world order, because they've been saying that term now, oh my God, since Bush Sr.
Mhm.
He was the first one, I think, used that terminology.
Well, Bush Jr. is actually part of that whole New World Order thing.
Oh, I know, which is
Right.
which is supposedly indirectly linked with the Masons, supposedly. But
Yeah.
it's, what is that? The Skull Society? Yeah, the Skulls. Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep
know
into
enough
it.
about
I
it.
think, and I don't know about that whole deep skull society, but I'll go even
Yeah.
a little bit less deep. And then you talk about Bill Gates and population control. I believe in
Yeah.
that for sure. And I think that coronavirus was part of that. And I think the vaccine was part of that as well.
Oh, and if you say anything like that, especially on Twitter, it's getting to a point now where you can't use the word. Then you can't you can't use the word Ukraine. You can't use the word Russia. You can't use the word COVID. So what they're doing now is they're using things like unicorn.
Yeah.
Right? And it's all, again, somebody is shaking YouTube's tree.
Yeah.
And so if Elon was successful with, say, purchasing Twitter, what would he want next? Because I think he realizes he can use that to benefit himself through, advertising for all of his many ventures that he has. Yes. And he won't do anything unless he can make some money. I think he believes that the stock is undervalued.
I believe that. I believe that, but I also think that there's a thread in him that also believes in the whole free speech and democracy as well.
Democracy, yeah.
Absolutely.
I hope that's true. I hope
I believe that.
I hope that's his agenda.
Yeah.
But we have so many people out there who are so distracted, thinking that everything is fair and everything can be seen on a ledger and the ledger is true. We can't tell you over the last 20 years how many times they've caught people. We have people who are giving us medical advice, right? Like, how much is going up right now about Hunter Biden? And Trump was insane bringing it up. Remember? Almost 90% of what that Cheeto said, unfortunately, is becoming true.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
90%.
You know what else
Not
is
all
true?
of it. But nine out of 10 is pretty close.
I think conspiracy is on the scoreboard right now, and they're winning.
Well, but hey there. Hi, Sadie. Thank you
What
for
up,
being
Sadie?
with us today on Twitter Spaces. And I think, unfortunately, poor the voice, JB. It's just, I think he's drinking the Kool-Aid and thinking that everything is on the up and up. And I love that he believes there's no fudging. But Twitter supposedly, since it's been in business, has supposedly lost money right from the beginning. You can't do that and sustain a company for 12 years without some forms of supports. So, and what I was trying to bring up is, why do you have all these presidents that supposedly have no money, and they leave, and supposedly they only make $500,000 a year, are now multi millionaires?
Well, I mean, that's what I think American politics is all about, and that's why we need to have term limits. Is because, once you become a politician and you get voted into office, there's a certain salary that you make, and I think isn't it lifetime? Yeah. It's lifetime. So our politics are about these people getting their own agenda so they can make even more money, but initially so that they can make that that salary, and it's not about us, unfortunately.
But Twitter has become the town hall for politicians. And I'll tell you, nobody leveraged the toilet tweets better than Trump did. He was the king of toilet tweets. To the point where his own staff, I think, wanted to watch him go to the bathroom. They were so worried.
I'll be the first one to say that some of the stuff that's.
Hi, Mel. So good to see you.
What's up, Mel?
So am I going to see you on Twitter Spaces? By the way, is that
negative? Happen? Nah, that's not. No.
Now, why? Explain to me why you're so.
I don't know.
Try it. You might like it.
This is what I feel. I said this about Periscope, so I guess I'm being a bit hypocritical.
Sure.
But here's the thing. I really enjoy.
Sadie says, "Come join us, Elliot." Hi, Joy.
I really enjoy this. I've met some awesome people on both Periscope and on apps, and I've had a blast. Good. I don't get to do it as much as I would like to because of my job and how much I work, and I have my daughters, and I have so much other crap going on in my life. What's up, Joy? I really enjoy it.
I've invited you if you want to come up.
But you know what? There's things that happen in life that it was meant to be a stopping point. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was brought about because instead of trying to carry it on and keep doing it, maybe it was a stopping point. However, if I do end up, hey, I want to get back on here, I want to do some music stuff, or I want to, maybe I'll pick an app and do that. But for right now, I would say when HAPS is over, so is broadcasting for a while anyway. I don't know. We'll see.
I think a part of you will miss us. I think a part of you will enjoy the break.
Yeah.
But I hope that we can land together somewhere. It goes to show you how powerful HAPS really was, and Periscope for that matter.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to probably deal with this every couple of years with these smaller platforms. They're going to come and they're going to go. And let's be real, HAPS is not quitting, it's just transforming. It's going into reach. And we don't fit into that box anymore. We don't serve the purpose of the company.
Right.
They've decided to do a different model or a different project. Just like when you build a house, I think that's what they're doing.
Well, and here's the other thing, maybe it just needs to be done from the get-go and say, this is a community of people that just get on here and want to connect. And if you happen to want to play music, great. If you happen to want to have shows, great. But it's for people to connect. And, I think that maybe when you say, hey, I want to have an app where people play music, where artists can be noticed in an industry like music, which is awful, right? These other means of trying to get yourself seen and get your music out there, this is great. This is a great venue. It's much cheaper for them. People see it, you get eyes on it, and it's kind of grassroots because the music industry is awful to artists. I mean, it's terrible, right?
Who is High Roller, by the way? Is it someone I know?
I know High Roller. I don't know him like super well, or he or she, but I know that James has High Roller had something to do with James's new show he's doing on that other platform, whatever it's called. I don't know, or his quiz show or something like that. I don't know.
In the Dark Again with Joy.
What's up, Joy?
Hi, Joy. This is wild. We actually see your face. and you're in the dark. That's perfect. You had it perfect the way you had it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my other mount, and I don't know what I've done with it.
You mean your teacup?
No, not my teacup. My other one.
Okay.
I don't know what I've.
You guys going to be okay for a sec while I refill my coffee?
Yeah.
Can you handle this by yourself, sir, for a moment with Joy?
I'll
as
try.
she fiddles with her teacup?
I'll try.
Okay. And it's not a poodle.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what I've done with it.
I know, right, Sadie? He did that to me one time. He's like, I got to take the dog out. You got to take over. I'm like, I don't know. I felt a little stressed.
No, I took over and did a cooking show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So what are you looking for right now, Joy? He does it to everyone. I know he does. Wow, she's really far away now. Now you can't barely hear her.
Okay, what about now?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Yeah, I just went to the other room to try to find it, but now I've got my little
Richie, what's up?
On my saucer.
Oh, you found it.
Found one of them anyway.
Frank. I can't summarize it, Frank. I can just speculate. I want to find a platform where I can play interactive trivia with celebrities and win. Yeah, no, that sounds great, High Roller. That would be fun. That would be really fun. What was the one? I don't know if you guys know Wander. Wander is, I met him on Periscope and he came on here a little bit, not much. But he used to do this thing called Jackbox. I think it was called Jackbox. It was kind of cool.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. But you have to have two devices in order to do it. That's what made it kind of tough for some people. So Joy, how are you?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Doing good. Yep.
Oh, Pickles did that too. What was that?
Yeah. Yeah, Pickles did it too.
I don't know Pickles.
Oh, you don't know? You don't know Chelsea?
I mean, I eat pickles.
Oh my gosh. And I'm trying to remember. I can't remember why she picked Yo Pickles, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really cool. I like Chelsea.
So at this point, I wonder how much time has to go by before we actually say that Michael was refilling his coffee or actually walking his dog. That's like at the 5-minute mark, maybe.
He's probably went to the bathroom, walking the dog.
He's like, you guys got this. Don't worry. So what do you got planned for the rest of the weekend?
Relaxing.
Yeah, that's nice. That's always good.
Oh, yeah, this weekend's been kind of quiet, so that's a good thing. Not had to do very much, so.
It's good. My daughters are in town, so I've been hanging out with them for a little bit, but now they're hanging out with their friends, so. Daddy's only fun for so long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I used to be cool. I'm definitely not cool anymore.
I actually get to spend this year. I get to spend my daughter's birthday with her. Actually, so
How old's your daughter gonna be?
How old?
Yeah.
My daughter will be 33.
Nice. So you get to spend some time with her. That's cool.
Yeah. So.
You guys talking to each other or just looking at each other? Hello.
We're just looking at each other.
Just looking at each other. That's all you need. There you go. Okay.
Yep.
There you go. So he won't come on Twitter Spaces. He says that's not for him. After today's show, I might see why. What did you think about today's show, Joey?
It was a little intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was rather intense. Yeah.
What, your show, Michael?
Yeah, we had a show. Well, it really wasn't my show. It was more like a group show. It kind of went sideways.
What happened?
I don't want to go into it. We could be on here for days, but it just, yeah, it shed light. Hey, Smoke, how are you?
1, 2.
Long time no see.
1, mic check. 1, 2. Good evening.
What's happening, Smoke?
And we got Joy in the shadows. There we go. Hi, Joy.
Joy, how are you?
I feel like, and in the witness protection program, Joy.
Well, I could be like somebody else and just go.
Yeah.
Hey, Smoke. So what's your Lucero name?
Slam.
Slam. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
How you guys
So
been?
so
Everybody
are you
been
gonna
good?
do Twitch? Is that gonna be your main platform?
Well, basically, I've been doing YouTube actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna work the YouTube. I've been doing Twitch actually. I've been working with, since it doesn't matter now. Now I can promote other brands. StreamYard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
In
before I
StreamYard,
actually
you can do multiple platforms. Is that what you're saying?
StreamYard, multiple platforms,
Yeah.
and yeah. I can just say
You
that.
haven't told us how you
StreamYard.
feel about the HAP situation.
Well, I can't really speak on it since I was no longer able to broadcast there at some point. So I guess
Well,
it doesn't
we all
matter if
found
you
out
did
the
or
news,
not.
what, yesterday or 2 days ago? I don't know.
Yeah,
It
a
was
couple days
recent.
ago, I think. Yeah.
2 days
Yeah.
ago we found out, and a lot of people are now pretty upset about it. I was just wondering, I understand
It happens.
because of some of your choices, they were unhappy with you. I get it, but I'm just saying to you,
Yeah. I don't look at it as I've clearly admitted that I've violated company terms of service agreements,
hmm
but I'll leave it at that. Everything else is to the jury, the public. But
Hey, Smoke. I just gotta say, man, you
here's what it
you
is.
you allowed me to speak upon some of the topics you would bring up, so I appreciate that,
Sure.
man. I know we had some
Hey,
good
listen.
conversation, man.
Listen, I
I
mean,
think
I
it was
know it's on
about.
your radio.
I think it was the simp situation.
Simpson Soy Boys. Oh,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had a lot of classics on there, but the best of all is that my entire library, most of my catalog, not on Slam TV, of course, that was like a Haps exclusive, but Sunday Night Smoke podcast, my entire catalog is available on YouTube. So I'll leave the link in the
okay,
description. So it's like I was
yeah,
multi-streaming. Haps was merely a multi-stream um, platform for me,
yeah.
to bring the podcast to a visual experience for the most part. Slam TV was just a spin-off,
What
and
was the best part of HAPS for you? I think that's what I'm
meeting you
trying to get you
guys.
to
I've
do.
met a lot of good people on here. You guys were great. It's been great hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I could link up with down the line somehow or whatever. But we still do the show on Sunday nights as usual.
Okay.
Shameless plug, 7 p.m. Eastern. You know what it is. So
Yeah,
it's
and
YouTube
that's
and
on
Twitch.
YouTube. That's what, for me, the
YouTube.
best part was meeting Joy. That was it.
Joy, it's been a
Even when she's
pleasure.
in the shadows, it's pretty good.
It's been a pleasure. Like, I met a lot of good people here. A few people that, didn't agree, and it is
There
what
was
it
a
is.
guy
I'm
named
not here to
Tony
throw
D or
anyone under the
something like
bus.
that. He's pretty good too. He's not a bad
Tony
guy.
D's cool. Yeah, I met a
James,
lot of
I
great
met
people on
James. A
here.
guy named Elliot, I think. Pretty good guy.
Elliot was
Pretty.
pretty cool. Yeah. Ed,
Edward
a
was
lot of good
good.
folks on
Hey,
here.
babe.
Yes.
I'll be with you in a
A
minute.
lot of
Okay.
that means you're okay, I know what that means. With Russian flush, for old time's sake.
Happy wife, happy life.
You got it. So, do you guys want to do what
Yeah.
you're
My
grateful
wife must
for?
have made
All of
that
you?
up.
Go ahead.
I'll start
Well,
with
hey, I'm grateful for all the people that I met on Haps. Not that it's over yet, but it's going to be over soon. I've been grateful for the people that I met on Haps, and I'm grateful for
Yes.
Haps in general to give me a platform to be able to meet people and discuss and have a good time.
That's what
Joy,
I
do you want to
say.
go second?
Yeah, I'm actually and that kind of goes along with what I was going to say is like I'm grateful for this platform and for everybody that I've met on here. There's been a lot of wonderful people that hopefully I can keep in contact with in the future. So I'm very grateful for that.
May 5th, Frank. Isn't that right? May 5th? Am I right about that?
Smoke, are you on
Yes, that's
Twitter?
the last thing. No, but I will be actually. I've been
Because we
advised by
did
my
some
co-host
Twitter
to join
Spaces
Twitter.
today, and
I
they're
heard.
okay. They're okay. They're not
Okay.
like this though, right, Joy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of just need to stick to the Sunday shows and my regular programming on Twitch TV. But like I said, I'm thankful for meeting all of you guys here. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. So I'm gonna just be making my little what do you call my farewell tour circuit the last week before the shutdown, just saying bye to folks and everything. But it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. I really appreciate it.
Well,
Definitely.
you know what?
Big up to Haps TV. No hard feelings. Yes, sir.
Yay! That's the way it should be. I think we should
Oh,
look
come
at
on.
that the silver lining of what has
For
been this,
sure.
and and you did partake in some of the cheesy karaoke. The James Ingram interpretations.
I
So
didn't
that
do too bad, did I?
No, it was okay. James Ingram called me from the depths of heaven and said, "Just
The
once, please
depths of
stop."
heaven? You mean from the
The
depths?
heights of heaven.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
it
get what
depends
you're
what
saying,
heaven you're
though.
looking at, but I get you.
Oh, come on.
What's the line?
For old time's sake.
What's the line?
Come on.
Just once. Can we
Yeah, figure
figure
out what
out
we keep doing wrong.
doing wrong? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, mistaken dyke,
yeah,
like heights and
yeah.
depths.
From the depths
All
of
good.
heaven. Yes, we get it.
Yeah,
I got it.
beautiful guys. All
I
good,
thought
man.
I
It's been a
thought you wouldn't
pleasure.
get it. I was hoping that would.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I messed up the joke. My
Yeah, that's
bad.
all right. That's all right.
All love.
Joy, are you going to be available tomorrow for Twitter Spaces?
Yes, I should
Benton,
be.
Sharika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stevie
And
Wonder's
Elliot, if
Twitter.
you change your mind, please come and see us. You can just listen to us if you want. The only thing you can't do there is you can't comment, which is kind of dumb. I wish you could comment.
So how does it work? How does it work? You're with one other person and that's
You
it?
can have up to
It's a
10 people.
conversation.
Yeah, it's like Clubhouse, very much.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I don't know
All right, I
Clubhouse.
get it.
I don't know.
It's like a round robin of people just chatting, kind of.
Yeah,
to
it's
that
it's
effect.
almost like a
Yes.
party line from the 80s.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, okay. I remember
Yeah.
those.
They
Yeah.
hit
Yeah.
me up there. That wouldn't work too good for me. I know some people are like, yay, but
Yeah. Well,
well, good
guys,
though, man.
thank you
Take
for your
care.
time. I'm gonna boogie on, and I will see you soon. Okay.
Take
Peace.
care, everybody. Good
Peace.
night.
Have a good
Until we
one.
meet again.
Good night.
Good night. Bye, Elliot. Thank you for being here. Thank you, JB, for being here as well. I appreciate everyone. We are going to, because we actually have music in the title. Let's go with this. Help Somebody.
Whatever happened to the blue skies? The world it blurs through the tears that fill my eyes. Where did it all go wrong? God bless the children who got nothing to eat. See their homes torn apart, but fighting in their streets. Now where do they belong? Come on and help somebody. We need to help somebody. Try a little tenderness and a whole lot of love. The earth is scorched as the fire spreads. Smoke chokes the air like a noose around the neck. I've never seen so much pain. Winds pick up speed and batter the shores. Well, brothers fight brothers just to settle the scores. Oh, is this a world where chaos reigns? Come on and help somebody. We need to help somebody. Try a little tenderness and a whole lot of love. So let me help somebody. We need to help somebody. Have compassion for your brother. Cherish one another and find a whole lot of love. It only takes a lead of faith to move a mountain from its place. Let's take it all, no give it. You'll be surprised at what you find. Come on and help somebody. We need to help somebody. Try a little tenderness and a whole lot of love. Help somebody. Ooh, love somebody. Have compassion for your brother. Cherish one another and find a whole lot of love.
All right, the next song that we're going to be playing is from Al Sanchez, and this is called Swamp Train. That's Al Sanchez right there. Thank you to Joy for coming up, even though it was briefly. I'd also like to thank all the people who are on the Twitter Spaces today. JB for being with us. And one of my favorite contributors, Elliot, and this person right here, Chris Gales, doing a cover of Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Saturday evening.
It happened just as soon. She called me to
Deep inside we knew our love was true. For a while we paid no mind to the past. When you love will last every night, something right would invite us to begin the day. Something happened along the way. We used to be happy, was sad. Something happened along the way, and yesterday was all we had. And all after the love has gone, how could you leave me out and not let me stay around? After the love has gone, we just tell me right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found? For a while, to love each other with all we would ever need. Love was strong for so long. Never knew that what was wrong, but baby, wasn't right. We tried to find what we had, till sadness was all we shared. We were scared this affair would lead our love into something happened along the way. Yesterday was all we had. Something happened along the way. Used to be happy, sad. Something happened along the way. Oh, yesterday was all we had. And all after the love has gone, how could you leave me out? How could you leave me stay around? After the love is gone, just tell me right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found? After the love is gone, we just tell me right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found? After the love is gone, we just tell me right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found? After the love is gone, we just tell me right is wrong. Can love that's lost be found?
You know, it's however you feel, but you just have to fit it between that space, that little space that you got, which is one. You know, one. You know, one. And then you would try to fit your different notes, but you felt in between it, like, you know, and that's the funk. You know, and you can change that. You know, and that's the funk. And you can change that. baby. Benson, hit that.
Of the funk is the power of the one, Bob. One!